shoot, I said that you claim it. It's that Xbox, spin the block, his legs live. Fast talker, no riddling, moonwalking, selling moon rock just to make dividends. You in traffic with family? That much make it a portrait. Gun kick back, not grannies from porches. David on the scene, you know that it's scorching. What's the man with king? No response to the saying, advancing the line, advancing the payment. You front the game and shoot, what said that you claim?
You already know the time, told my boys to hold the line. We gon' shoot it out in seconds, leave you posted like a vine. Bow your head down to the king, leave your roses at the shrine. We stay ready for the war, just need the king to drop the sign. Say what you running from, what you running from? I'm with my team, we bleed green, that's what you wanted, huh? Say what you running from, what you running from? I'm with my team, we bleed green, that's what you wanted, huh? This what you wanted. This what you wanted, huh?
Peace and blessings, and welcome back to Xbox Frontline News with your boy, the King. Now, I know a lot of you dudes was pissed off yesterday with me giving any light to the PlayStation 5 Pro, but I told you before, I am an enthusiast, okay? So, I am enthused with the PlayStation 5 Pro. Now, we do have some information as it comes out, and I told you they would be holding stuff close to the breast as it's going to be released. I do have some information from Digital Foundry that does put a lot of things to rest. And their ability to be RDNA 1.5, it's that's on them. You know, they are missing key features. They don't have RDNA 3 in the box. They don't have this level of compute power. So we're going to stop talking like these dudes are built like that, because they aren't. And it's okay. It's quite all right to be built the way that you are. We're not going to sit here and act like, yo, that is, it's wrong. But I think people purchase for the wrong reasons, honestly. And honestly, I see you guys on Twitter. And if you don't have a PlayStation 5 Pro and you're capping the way that you're capping on Twitter, I'm going to be really upset with you. I really am. Because you're doing gymnastics. You're doing extra stuff that is unnecessary. So, again, please, don't cap the way that you capping and don't have what you need to have. But Halo, man. Halo is back. Now, we heard more about the third person stuff, and that stuff seems good, right? All right, cool. But now we got Halo driving. I think that's something, you know, to be impressed about. So let's get to it. You know, I love articles like this. The PlayStation 5 dominates UK Black Ops 6 sales as the Game Pass causes Xbox share to collapse. Up 30% on PlayStation 5, down 66% on Xbox. Okay, let me just read it first. The sales of Call of Duty Black Ops 6 was always going to be absolutely fascinating because Microsoft has tampered with the franchise's tried and trusted business model. Traditionally, the sales have relied on strong full-price sales and has enjoyed long-tail success through microtransactions released throughout the year. This year is different, however, as Xbox maker has made the unprecedented decision to include the first-party shooter to Xbox Game Pass. Our first indication of the impact may have emerged as part of the UK physical charts, where the PlayStations accounted for 88% of per copy sold, of course, with more consumers switching to the digital. This only provided a very small portion of the overall picture. Now we have digital data for Britain as well, as shared by constant bad actor Christopher Drang on the Game Industry Biz microcast, and it paints an interesting picture. Now, let me first say, of course, Xbox wanted PlayStation to have the bulk of the sales. That's the whole reason why they didn't hoard it off all to their self and block it off from PlayStation, to reach the people that they were never going to reach regardless, while also giving those people that are in your ecosystem a reason to partake and switch to the platform, which is Game Pass. Both occurrences happen simultaneously, forming a wild eclipse of your goofy brain, blocking out the low IQ energy, therefore stifling the signal of your mind. How can I explain it to you that it makes sense to you, low IQ, low vibrational individual? PlayStation, full price sale. Xbox, Game Pass, jump in any way you can. More subscribers to Game Pass. They didn't spend $70, so they have more money to get Vaulted Edition, endowment packages, and skins and such. Microtransactions, I can guarantee you, will be much more higher on the Xbox platform, giving the low barrier of entry. You see, they say common sense is common, but to some people, it's just not that common. Compared to last year, Modern Warfare 3, sales of Black Ops 6 are up 30% on the PlayStation 5 and down 2/3 on the Xbox across all platforms, both physical and digital. PlayStation accounts for 75% of sales in the UK. They would have always seen that same level of success because Sony's beachhead is in the UK and the EU. Regardless to what, Microsoft's and Xbox strategy is absolutely winning. Winning is such a disgusting factor because you have gotten and received a top tier quality product for sale. No one purchasing it is upset. And damn near nobody in their right mind that has Game Pass, that hasn't played Call of Duty in years, that has jumped in, is complaining. I have not seen this level of record interaction with Game Pass with Call of Duty since Black Ops 3 was launched. I think that was in June or July. Was it Black Ops 3? It was Modern Warfare 3. My gamer list is overcrowded with Call of Duty people to such an extent that Fight Night Fridays is basically bang bang shoot 'em up Fridays. I'm trying to explain things to individuals that it's hard to talk to people with an inherent bias. Now, I understand because I carry an inherent bias against PlayStation. But first and foremost, I'm a gamer, and I've told you this before. I leave my bias at the door when it comes to purchasing. If you haven't noticed that I'm gaming agnostic, I'm going to buy and play everything. But at the same time, my home is Xbox. And I told y'all before that the platform was Game Pass. And if you don't realize right now, the bulk of the microtransactions will be picked up by Xbox and Game Pass because they have an extra amount of money, then you don't understand the plan. The plan was always to get these pork-begging ponies to pay like they weigh. And they're doing so in spades. Also, this is skewed to you from, Push Square. So you already know I'm at a bias site with a bias article talk to you by a biased individual. At the end of the day, my bias behind is smart enough to see the forest for the trees. Now, maybe you think that helps Sony in some form or fashion. But what I'm going to tell you is where Call of Duty helped fund wonderful projects for you, imagine what that will do for Xbox. Boy. you're in trouble.
Dumb.
Stupid.
Crazy. Dangerous.
Okay, let's check this out. So, all right. So, the PlayStation Slim versus the PlayStation 5 Pro comparison. AMD Ryzen 2, 8 cores, 16 threads, 3.5 gigahertz. AMD Zen Ryzen 2, 8 cores, 16 threads, 3.5 gigahertz. All right, so acceleration ray tracing. AMD RDNA 2, 10.28 teraflops, ray tracing acceleration unknown. All right, 16 gigabytes of GDDR6 at 448 gigabytes a second. Is this, are they copying and pasting this? All right, let's get to the SSD. All right, 825 gigabytes. All right, 2 terabits. Okay. Terabytes, not bits. Sorry, terabytes. Sorry. All right, 4K, 120 hertz, HDMI 2.1. 4K, 120 hertz, HDMI 2.1, and 8K, and 8K. All right, Wi-Fi 6, Wi-Fi 7, and then the heights and dimensions is next. But price. Am I paying for the Wi-Fi and the SSD? What the hell am I paying for? What's really happening here? Jeez.
So you get nothing. You lose. Good day, sir.
Oh, yo. So if you're playing Forza Horizon 5, they're adding over 70 Halo props in the next big Xbox update. Playground Games has lifted the hood off of Forza Horizon 5's next big update, which will bring over 70 Halo-themed props to Horizon 5's Forza Horizon 5's event lab. That's crazy. Halo Horizon 5. All right. Excuse me. It will soon be unlocked in Horizon 5's achievement. While pretending you're in a world of Halo, as Playground Games is adding huge section of Halo props to Forza Horizon 5 in Xbox racing games, its next big update. Let me see if it's going to show you something here. No, he's talking. Let me get to that part. All right, so he shows some of the stuff, like the bunkers, the warthog, and some aspects of creation mode. He's showing right there. All right, so let me see if they show anything more. Okay, yeah. So let me get to the actual playing of the game. Wow, the warthogs look crazy. That looks cool. See, it's stuff like this that'll get me back into the game when you're cross-pollinating your IPs. And I already knew that Xbox was able to use their IPs to maximum effectiveness. Like, look at this. All right, cool. So, oh, look at the on the side. Wow. So it's different aspects of the world that has Halo props just like popped in there. That's really cool. That's really cool. So, and this track is taking you through different sceneries. Like you see the shields from the grunts right there, like those little bases where you like pull up to and you just be popping off at them. I'm not gonna lie. It's this level of IP integration that makes me happy, because that means that you're self-aware of your IPs and how much cachet each IP can have in each world, right? Because look at it. Like, The look at it. The integration is like you're on a Halo ring, right? The integration of Halo into the Forza Horizon 5 world is a masterclass. Even the ramps are Halo inspired. Wow. And if you didn't have these level of IPs that you have cultivated, look at the going through the canyon. If you didn't cultivate these IPs to show you this, like it wouldn't be achievable. And if anybody played Halo Infinite, let's say that you are a Horizon fan and you've never played Halo Infinite, but now you see this and you're like, yo, let me play that Halo Infinite. That world looks kind of crazy. Right? Or you are such a Halo nut and you never played Forza, but you found out that Forza has Halo inspired props that's inside the world to give you that open world Halo feel, then you're more inclined to just jump in and to play. So this cross-pollination of IPs is ingenious in a sense that it automatically introduces different groups within the same household to have conversation with each other, to partake in each other's love, right? And maybe you might find, excuse me, your best new racing game. Or maybe you might find your next great shooter. Look at that. The level of detail is staggering. You can't tell me that that is not Halo Infinite. They're on to something. And I'm telling you, we're at a point now where Xbox and Microsoft understands the assignment. And the assignment is to win. Because if you don't see this as winning, there's something absolutely wrong with you. If you don't see them and you have never seen this, like usually they get a Lego or something like this, but this level of IP integration I haven't seen from Xbox and Microsoft, and I'm happy that they're being self-aware. So this gives me hope to see Master Chief or something like that inside Doom or the Doom guy in Halo. Something of that nature. Look at that. Look. Wow. The level of detail and care for the Halo franchise is staggering. This is staggering. Yeah, I just got to say, NXL is killing it. They have been killing it. They've been killing it. They level of petty. I think their petty rivals my petty. I swear. Do you see the extra cuts that they put on the side of Vanilla Ice's head to show you that this is the standard with one cut? The Pro got 3 cuts and the digital ain't got no mouth. That level of petty is sinister, bro. That's diabolical.
What do you want? What do you want?
It's not that simple.
What do you want?
How the hell you just came out and you talking about maps that you're about to drop down for Season 1? Call of Duty unveils 3 new Black Ops 6 maps ahead of the Season 1 on Xbox Game Pass. Activision lifted the lid off of Black Ops 6 Season 1 content with 3 new multiplayer maps now confirmed for the game's first seasonal content drop November 14th. Hot on the heels of Nuketown return, PlayStation, Black Ops 6 is bringing at least 3 more maps to the game during Season 1 this month. These are Extraction, Heirloom, and Hideout. And Call of Duty team has teased each of these maps in a short video clip below. So I'm going to show you that. These maps here, Heirloom, the Hideout. Let me see Extraction. I don't want to view replies, bro. Go back. Do it again. Oh, that's Extraction. Okay, so that's Extraction. That's Heirloom. And that's the hideout. All right, cool. Now the tweet there goes on to say a few maps coming this season, so we're expecting much more later on. Bro, I'm telling you right now, I haven't gamed in Call of Duty in a long time. So if I'm acting new to something that you find commonplace and mundane and that you've been used to, please excuse my exuberance and enthusiasm. Please chalk it up to the dude that hasn't been around here long enough to understand this. This is commonplace. Please forgive my ignorance in not knowing, because that's what ignorance is, that this is par for the course. Now, if this isn't par for the course, because what I'm used to is yo, do y'all know when Halo Infinite dropped, how long I had to wait for downloadable content in any form? So what I'm trying to express to you is, bro, these dudes is on time. They're ringing the bell. We're doing the most. And I appreciate it. So please forgive my enthusiasm. And I'm only used to this level of dropping stuff in and out from Fortnite. To see it happening in a product that is owned in its totality by Xbox and Microsoft, it warms my heart. Because where there is this level of detail, then they're going to gain understanding with games or services and crack that nut. Pause. Because that was the biggest hurdle that they had with Halo Infinite and Horizon. They needed to get down the cadence of microtransactions, digital content, and uploading. With Activision, knowing the process and churning stuff out, repetition breeds success. If you do something long enough, you get good at it. Once you get good at it, you can become great at it. Once you become great at it, you become a master. And once you master something, that's when you become a savant. And I'm waiting for Microsoft to become a savant in this. And this was key. This was one of the things on my list. When I told you that Xbox had to land the plane, they had to, Black Ops 6 had to hit. If it failed on any metric, I shudder to think what would be the word on the street right now. They're trying to drown out. You know what? I'm going to save this for my closing arguments. I'm going to save this for my closing arguments because this is more akin to a closing argument. But again, bravo.
As such.
All right, so let's hear about this.
I think
Let's
hear
about this.
33.5 teraflops. This
Digital
is
Foundry.
60.7. It seems to be that an RDNA 3 feature dual issue FP32, which isn't particularly relevant for gaming performance, isn't actually a feature of the PlayStation 5 Pro.
You said it's not relevant for gaming performance?
An interesting spec point, but nothing that's particularly
wait a second.
So
this is Digital Foundry?
but I think that's it, John. I think Leak was saying 33.5 teraflops. This says 60.7. It seems to be that an RDNA 3 feature dual issue FP32, which isn't particularly relevant for gaming performance, isn't actually a feature of the PlayStation 5 Pro GPU. So an interesting spec point, but nothing that's particularly game-changing as such. But I think that's it, John. I think Leak was saying 33.5 teraflops.
Told you. I told you. I told you. You ain't tell me shit.
Let me give you a quick rundown of Game Pass November first wave, wave 1 lineup. Metal Slug Tactics, StarCraft Remaster, StarCraft 2 Campaign Collection, Gold Mecha Ball, Harold the Halibut, The Rewinder, Turn Up Boy Robs a Bank, Goat Simulator Remastered, Microsoft Flight Simulator 2024. All right, those games will be released on November 5th, November 5th, November 5th, November 6th, November 6th, November 6th, November 6th, November 7th, and Flight Simulator pulling up the rear at November 19th. Those are the games for this month. Now, the game that I am most eagerly anticipating is Metal Slug Tactics. To be honest with you, I've played Go Mecha Ball, which is really fun. Harold the Halibut is something I have to finish. I started it, didn't finish it, so I got to finish it. Turner Boy Robs a Bank. My son loves the Turner Boy series, and Turner Boy Robs a Bank is fun. Goat Simulator, don't care about it. I'm not even going to sit here and hold you. Really don't care about it, and I heard it's crazy fun. And Microsoft Flight Simulator, dude said that it wouldn't launch in Game Pass, which I felt was weird. Because I'm like, it's in Game Pass, but again, you have individuals with their own agendas. So all I can say is Game Pass is the platform. And if you don't understand what's the platform, then you're going to learn at some point in time what's the platform. And the platform is Game Pass. You got to get it together, bro. Well, there you have it. Richard Ledbetter told you himself that 33 teraflops wasn't real. It's not even a compute metrics for video games. But what individuals on the internet was going to do is they're going to run with this narrative that it is something that is to be touted. But 16 teraflops, 16.7 teraflops is cool. Listen, when the Xbox Series X is 10 teraflops, the PlayStation base is 9 teraflops, but they overclocked it to be 10 teraflops. Now that you have this overclocked one coming in at 16, and the Xbox, which is a stable box, the Series X and S are stable boxes. But let's take Big Brother, right? Big Brother comes in at 12.5 teraflops. That's a metrics that we want to see in game, right? We haven't seen it. So when we say that the PlayStation, and I'm only using the PlayStation fanboys' words, when we hear them say stuff like, well, it's outperforming, and what does teraflops mean? So now that you have the teraflops advantage, it don't mean anything. It's becoming monotonous. It's becoming ignorant to have the conversations with individuals about teraflops. We're gamers. Let's see the games. Now, there's 80, I think it's 50 plus games that are pro enhanced. So that doesn't mean that you're going to go out and buy these games. What that means is the existing games that you do have, now they are enhanced in some form or fashion. So you can take advantage of that. That's a good thing, right? Opposed to not being enhanced, and you cannot take advantage of it. I honestly believe that we're at a point now where video games, they need to expand what we already have. I think graphically, we've reached a ceiling. Now, I do want frame rate better. Right, I do want that, and that's on the docket for all of them, and I do think that we're going to see that. I do think we're going to see more developers getting down to the metal of the games. So we're going to we're already at a point with fidelity, because if you look at Call of Duty Black Ops 6, there's no denying that level of fidelity is insane. Now let's get to the frames. Because when I'm playing it on my PC, oh my God, 120 frames per second is insane. Absolutely nuts. So again, that's where we have to be. Right? So now that the PlayStation caught up, now that they're able to play ball, let's see what these dudes are able to do with this generation. I still honestly believe that the Xbox is going to win this generation. And don't tell me about console sales. Don't tell me about console sales, because console sales is not the defining metric in actual winning. Console sales actually is probably this console. I don't know how much they're losing on it or if they're passing the loss on to the consumer. I honestly think that they're just breaking even and they're making the consumer pick up the tab. And they're making money on stuff like the disk drive and the stands, so. And from what I see, that the PlayStation 5 Pro doesn't even need to use a stand. But what I was talking about is, okay, so earlier I was looking at these individuals trying to mitigate the win of Call of Duty and trying to insert the PlayStation Pro to equate some type of FOMO to take away from the shine or the luster, if you will. Listen, in this space, you're going to see Xbox selling the most overall. You're going to see Game Pass numbers go up overall. You're going to see services go up overall. Hardware is going to be stagnant. On the PlayStation side, you're going to see software and services take a decline. You're going to see game sales take a decline. But you're going to see hardware go up. Because what I noticed is that they put the Slim on sale for this week only at the same time as the Pro to show you, okay, you don't have enough money, buy this model. And if you do have enough money, buy this model if you're coming from the previous generation. Which is ingenious in the sense that, of course, okay, let me partake, right? That's what you want to do. Regardless to what, you want to get people involved and inside your ecosystem to make the games happen. So do so. Make it happen. But Xbox has way too many IPs. They have way too many games. They're going to make money hand over fist and then go on to the next iteration of the Xbox console while continuing to make that money. That is not going to stop. PlayStation, on the other hand, is in a precarious position of lack of software, too far out, no games of service, and not able to compete in the IP category. So what happens? When you can't compete in this giant arena and Xbox goes on to purchase another developer and more games are launched into the service and more stuff happens, what happens? Hashtag no PlayStation 6. You know how we do. We're going to run it up on these bumps. We're going to keep the boot on Kong's neck this whole generation. And I know it's sad to say. I understand. I know it hurts. But come on, bro. Look at it. Just see it. But hey, this is the part in the video where I'm going to tell you to like, follow, and subscribe. And if you were any of those fools running around talking about 33 teraflops, I'm going to throw this logo around you. And I'm going to tell you, you should have been smarter, shouldn't have got that 8K television, and you should have brought a Fire Stick to stick and pass. And I'm going to tell you, try to play the Game Pass.